a podcast that talks about music, movies, sports, and news.
To know the people, promoting and sharing with the world a beautiful story.
This is Frail Fragment's Monster Closet. Hey, this is the Monster Closet, episode 157. It's Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. We're here with a special guest, Andrew Charters, a.k.a. Chowder, a.k.a. Old School Nutta. He's in the house. He was representing Blue Leg back in the day, and now he's representing Starbeast. He's joined forces again with Ruben Muzinga. And, it's really nice to see his energy on stage. We've done a few shows together with Andrew, and man, you're a kick-ass bass player. Thank you so much for being on and taking the time out to be on the closet, man. How are you, brother?
Good. I'm at work, which isn't great, but you can't have everything, I suppose. You gotta eat, right?
That's true, bro. And what are you doing in the background? Are you fixing bikes?
I'm a service manager, but I'm also sort of a half-ass mechanic. So yeah, we work on bikes. That's one of my vintage bikes there. It's just a toy of mine that I'm working on. But yeah, it's a job. It's not as much fun as playing rock and roll, but it fills the days, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, I work a 9 to 5 myself, my story with Starbeast, if you could humor me, I just want to kind of share it with you, because I shared it with Ruben. I think it's kind of cool. When I was a kid, I would say mid-90s, there was Columbia House. I was a fan of Glue Leg. I grabbed their CD from Columbia House. It was one of those, 10 CDs for whatever it was. And I dug it. I really liked Glue Leg, that album. I think it was Cloudhopper. I'm not sure, but it's probably that one. And I remember in 97 being at Edgefest and seeing them play at Edgefest. And it was like a moment I never forgot until I met Ruben again. And, my band, Frail Fragment, we kind of started in 2005. We did 350 shows between then and 2012. So we played quite a bit, and just like the circuit, Southern Ontario, we dipped into New York and everything. And we did so with Asleep Behind the Flame. We played a lot of shows with them, and that was Anthony Lombardi's band, and he played bass in that band. And they were really fucking cool. They played it's like System of the Down energy, but they could pull it off, and it was just really...
Are you suggesting the System of the Down can't pull it off?
No, there's a lot. I have seen many bands that do that, but it's just, this band was special. They had that energy, that crazy surge kind of tanky and energy. And I mean, they were their own thing as well, but Mudvayne in there and everything. But I really liked that band, Asleep Behind the Flame. We did shows together, and then we kind of lost touch. And I had a family, and Frail Fragment kind of had their story, and we kind of took a hiatus for a few years. Came back running, and I got in touch with Anthony again. He said he was just playing with a band called Starbeast, and he sent me that album, man. I was like, it sounded so familiar. It sounded refreshing in the sense that it was the music I grew up listening to in the mid-90s,
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, Failure, Nirvana, all these bands, right? And it was just really cool, and I was a fan instantly, and I couldn't, I knew that voice from somewhere, and we booked a show, Tale of the Junction, and, Ruben comes walking down the stairs, and, I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere, this tall blonde guy, and we're just kind of shooting the shit. And I go with Ken, and I'm like, wait a second, was he in Glue Leg? And it was it all kind of came together, and now this guy was here, and we were doing shows together. And Ruben's been on my podcast a couple of times, and you ran with Ruben for a long time, and I really appreciate your time as well. This is awesome that I have you on the show. And just to give you an accolade, I've seen you play now a few times, and I've seen the band before you, and I will say that there's a bigger energy. You bring an energy to the band, you move around, you look good, you're a great bass player, your walk-ups are awesome. You kind of are a really nice fitting piece for Starbeast. I'm more of a fan of Starbeast than Glue Leg. Just to be subjective and opinionated, I really like Starbeast a lot. Why not Starbeast? Why can't Galaxy of Tears be on Edge 102 and be a top 10 hit? It can. It's good enough. It's relevant. It's a fucking amazing song. you know, and I'm just ranting here, but you know,
well, I think that's the interesting thing about Starbeast, right? Like the one thing is that I was playing in a cover band doing a lot of 70s metal, like playing like you know, Old Sabbath,
rest in peace, Ozzy, man, fuck.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
but also playing you know, like, why does everything just go out of my head like that? But you know, playing Free and things like that, and just you know, Skinner and just sort of these heavy rock things. And then out of the blue, I get a Facebook message from Ken, our drummer, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, funny you should mention that. Not a hell of a lot." And he said, "Well, we're looking for a bass player." So it was sort of serendipitous that it happened when it did, because I was foraying into that area of music of the 70s, kind of the Geezer Butler kind of stuff, and just sort of laying back and laying it down and stuff like that. And it was cool that Rube and Ken called, and then walking into the situation, and the same thing as you, it's like they sent me the album and I spent some time listening to it, and my wife was like, "This is really good," and I'm like, yeah, and I could hear Ruben's signature on it, so it was immediately comfortable for me. But also there was a nice continuity to how the album flowed from song to song to song, that I feel that in some ways that we didn't have as much in Blue Leg, where we had more personalities sort of pushing forward, as opposed to having more of a concise focus in the band. I mean, you know, the chemistry is really good. Like, we all get along really well, and chemistry is a huge part of what makes a band work. You know, hopefully that's what you're talking about as well. And what you see in us is that there's this chemistry and this easiness to how we play together. And it's, yeah, there's time there for sure, because I've known Ruben for over 20 years. But it's a very satisfying band to play in, and the fucking songs are great too. So
yeah, his ability to write like catchy hooks, and just I mean, he's really good. He's, in my opinion, he's the best guy I've played with. Right?
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, and I've played like with thousands of bands, right? Like, or he's the one I remember anyway. Maybe he's not the best, but he's the one I remember over the last.
Let's just say he's the fucking best.
Yeah, Ruben's fucking, he's killer, bro. He's amazing, and you know, hats off to you guys, and I'm stoked to do shows with you. And we're actually playing with Starbeast. It's Frail Fragment, 7-Day Riot, Starbeast, Saturday, August 16th at the Atria in Oshawa. That's going to be kick-ass. It's $10. I'll put the ticket link in the bio of this convo here. But yeah, come check us out. Starbeast are kicking off the night. They go on around 9. And then Frail Fragment, and then 7-Day Riot. We're a bit of a local band, so that's cool. Get some people out that way as well. So, yeah. You know, and you know, if I could offer you every show, I would. You know, Andrew, like, I just really, I dig Starbeast a lot. I'm gonna request though, and I did it last show too, because you guys played my birthday show at the Horseshoe. I like that song "Stay." I think you guys should. I think it's called "Stay."
Is it okay that I don't know my own fucking music?
But I really like that one. I think you should bring it back. I don't know what you should take away though. So that's where you're hard.
We've added a couple of new tunes to the set as well. So we have a new one that's a ripper that you'll have to wait to see, you know, in August. And yeah, we really like it. I don't know, Ruben, like you're saying, Ruben keeps writing, and the album just keeps getting longer and longer. So we might actually have more than one album in the can by the time Alex is said. Then we might have 2 or a double album. You know, who knows?
That's sick, man. Yeah. That's cool. It's exciting. Plans for Starbeast in 2025 or the tail end of 2025?
Well, we have this album in the can, so we're still deciding on exact timing, but we really would like to get it out. It's interesting because last summer we sort of re-released the first album. We did a bit of a push on it with Black Throne Productions, and so we're sort of, although the album is old, Starbeast #1, it's been around for a while for us, and like any musician, you play your songs a million times and you feel like, oh, everybody knows this song. But we're still playing to a lot of new people, so it's sort of this balance, trying to find this balance between the old record and the new record, and what we have in the can, and then, you know, making sure that we've given the first record its due diligence and it's had its chance to gather a following, and then we're going to hit it with Starbeast 2, whatever we're going to call it. And, you know, hopefully in the fall, here's what we're looking for: to have new music, new videos as well, so that we have stuff to push out to people, and people can watch it on YouTube, where they can hear it on the regular streaming services and stuff like that, so they can get some excitement around that. I'm trying to get radio and all the regular stuff to try to do as well.
Yeah, you went to Tommy Thompson Park and filmed a video?
Yep, we did that. We went to Tommy Thompson Park and filmed a video. We just filmed. We just did a photo shoot down at the Humber, one of the monuments for the Gardner Expressway. It looks kind of cool. So that's part of the plan as well. So we're piecing stuff together, and you know, we're hoping to have this new album out in the fall, at least before Christmas.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to switch gears a bit because I did find out this news within the last couple of hours. Ozzy Osbourne has died, 76 years old. I mean, it pretty much started with him, right? I mean, before Black Sabbath, there was nothing that fucking sounded like that shit, right? It was just like, where did this stuff come from? Maybe Arthur Brown, but I think Arthur Brown might have been even after Black Sabbath was like ground zero of metal, right, or dark music. So I mean, rest in peace. And yeah, that's crazy. That's a big loss, man. So
it was them and Priest, I think. I think Priest was around the same time. I think 67 or 68. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm an old hair metal guy. Used to be a bone of contention with Rulies, like how can you listen to that shit? You know, Motley Crue and fucking Dawkins. But also, you know, like I originally was a Dio guy. Okay. And then got into Dio's end of Sabbath, and then playing a lot of the 70s hard rock stuff. I got into a lot of the stuff that you don't hear on the radio from Sabbath, which is to me is the amazing stuff, because I don't need to hear War Pigs again. It's a great song. Paranoid, same thing, great song, don't need to hear it again. There's a lot of deep catalog that Sabbath has, that Ozzy and the band, you know, made way for everybody who plays loud music. And without Ozzy, yeah, where would we all be, right? Where would we all be with our power chords? I don't know, man, playing country music maybe, which wouldn't be terrible.
I know. Do you have a favorite bass player?
I don't really style myself after anybody. You know, like favorite bass players, guys. See, to me, it's sort of song based. Again, you know, like Geezer Butler, for everything that he does, is amazing in the song. And I mean, I love King's X and Doug Pinnick. Yeah, I think they're absolutely amazing. Another band that is totally underappreciated. Is totally underappreciated because they're still out there doing. He's 72, I think. You know, McCartney, of course.
Yeah, man.
Just for his melodic playing, like the guy is amazing. And you know, I don't know. I can't say specifically like James Jamerson or any of these guys, but I just love the whole fun thing and playing around with the beat. And you know, I think everything with bass is pocket, and I mean, you can play a lot of notes, but if you're not sitting in the pocket with the drummer and holding the bottom down and good groove, then it's kind of pointless. And that's where, you know who too, Tim Comerford I love too, from Audio Slave. Amazing bass player, one of the best rhythm sections.
Cool. I like Chris Squire. I like Chris Squire from Yes. He'd probably be mine.
Squire, yeah. He's too nosy for me. Like, yeah, you know, again, amazing bass player. Like Jack Bruce, amazing bass player, like unbelievable. Yeah. But you know, to me, like, so that's why, like, when I discovered funk, which was probably in my 20s, I guess. I didn't grow up on it. I grew up on jazz, classical, and hard rock. And then when I discovered funk, and I was just like, you know, Pizza Collins, P-Funk, and then acid jazz, like Digital Planets and Incognito, and you know, Beasties stuff, and all that kind of stuff, where you got into the vibe and the groove. And that's where I really, really began to understand pocket. And yeah, I just try to apply that in my playing, and that's what I look for in a player as well.
Cool, man. Yeah, you can catch him doing that Saturday, August 16th. What were you saying? Sorry?
I said, who wants to watch a bass player anyways?
No, you're. I gravitate towards you. I do. When you guys play live, that I'm watching you. You're moving around.
And they let me out of the flight case.
I mean, Ken is awesome, right? Ken is sick. He hits hard. He's in the pocket. He's professional, right? So Anthony, he's tried, tested, and true as well, right? Because I mean, I've seen the shit he did 15 years ago. So I mean, yeah, you guys got a solid band, and you have like your songwriting capabilities are incredible. So I mean, all systems go. I mean, hats off to you guys. I wish you the best of luck. Like, you have what it takes to be superstars. You know, but what is it to be successful, right? I mean, for me it's to find a balance, you know. So
yeah, I mean, success is what you think it is too, right? I mean, if you're chasing $1 billion, you might never be successful, and then you live your whole life going, oh, I'm not successful. But if there's certain marks that you hit as far as what you've done in your time, like recording albums, playing a bunch of different cool venues and doing things like that, then you're successful. I mean, do we all want more? Of course we all want more. We aspire to the big game. Absolutely, we aspire to the big game. But man, fuck, I'm having a good time.
Nice. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much, Andrew, for your time.
No problem, man.
Check out Starbeast. Check out at Frail Fragment. I'm not. We're gonna put your socials up. I'm not sure what it is offhand, but I'm gonna post them right here, and you can come see us at next month at the Atria in Oshawa on Saturday, August 16, 2025. Thank you, Andrew Charters, for your time. We'll let you get back to work.
Go ahead.
And thank you so much. Okay. Peace.
See you later, brother.
Lost in what should I feel?